Hello, my name is Mike Ward. I'm the Global Director of Content at Informa Pharma Insights portfolio, which publishes Script, Pink Sheet, In Vivo. We're here at BioEurope Spring, which is this year in Barcelona, and it's where pharmaceutical companies, biotech companies, investors all get together to look at potential transactions, look at what the trends are, and also to meet up with people that are already collaborating with. I'm joined by Nettie Buitelaar, who's the Chief Business Officer of a company called Biosana Pharma. It's a Dutch-based company that actually is in one of the hot spaces for biotech movement at the moment, which is in biosimilars. So Nettie, thanks for joining us.
Thank you for inviting us. Yeah.
So biosimilars, we all know why people are really interested in biosimilars, because all the top-selling drugs are the monoclonals, whether it's the Humiras, the Rituxans, Herceptins, etc. And therefore we're seeing a lot of people wanting to enter this space. So a lot of them are coming from China and India. You're a Dutch company.
Dutch-Australian, yes.
So what differentiates Biosana Pharma in the first place?
Biosana Pharma started as a company with a proprietary technology for low-cost production of monoclonal antibodies, by which we reduce cost of goods by 90 to 95%.
Right.
So that's the first discriminator. The second discriminator is that we have other molecules than the top-selling biosimilars, because the space is a bit crowded there, and we believe there are lots of others that are also interesting to make biosimilars of.
Right.
So our first product is now called omalizumab. It's a biosimilar of Xolair.
Yeah.
And there are not too many companies in the world offering biosimilars for this company, especially not for this drug, especially not in FDA EMA quality as we do. So we're meeting a lot of interest here in this conference for our drug.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, let's talk about the sort of the underlying technology. Where was that originally developed?
It was designed by our founder and CEO, actually.
Right.
It comes right off his brain.
Right.
And of his experience. Yeah.
Okay, and you're sort of saying that the cost of goods for producing monoclonal antibodies, which everybody sort of recognises that they're very expensive.
Yeah.
By 95%.
Yeah.
So what's the magic sauce?
The magic sauce is what we call process intensification. So we have a very high cell density process. We keep the cells healthy and high producing much longer. And our downstream processing is also much more efficient than the current technology. The whole process is fully continuous and fully disposable. And this altogether leads to this cost reduction.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, so we know that you're developing your own, and we'll come back to sort of example the sort of biosimilar that you're developing. But this technology, how is it available to other people who might want to sort of tap into the 95% savings?
Well, we'll keep the process technology for ourselves for biosimilar production, but it will be available for innovative monoclonal production.
Right.
So in partnerships with other companies, so we're open to that.
Right. So they would come to you with, so we wish to produce this kind of monoclonal antibody. Would you manufacture it on their behalf, or do you envisage some sort of sharing or development of the process?
Both is possible. We work with a contract manufacturer where our process is fully equipped.
Right.
So we can let them do it, or we can negotiate another deal that it will be in the facilities of the other company.
Right.
Yeah, depending on what they want and how we feel about it. So,
right.
Yeah.
And what kind of deal would you sort of see yourself? Because if you were the manufacturer, then you could then obviously get a sort of get paid for what you produce.
That would be more like a fee-for-service type of deal. Yeah. We call it then third-party manufacturing. If we would do that, but we're really open to that.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So going back, your company CEO, the founder, had developed this technology where there were these big cost savings in monoclonals. So the idea was that therefore Biosana was going to be a biosimilars company that happens to have this technology that's also available for license.
Yeah, well, we started with this technology, but then we thought, okay, how can we make our company more sustainable, financially seen? And then, of course, having good products in the pipeline is one of the ways to do that.
Okay. But it's interesting that you sort of say, right, that instead of going for, I mean, I know that if one looks at the number of people who are chasing after Humira or Rituxan or Herceptin or Avastin, that there are, tens, if not hundreds of companies chasing. So you decided to opt from that, even though you clearly have a cost advantage.
Yeah, sure, but the field is so crowded, and we think even that originators can lower their price easily because they've earned back their investments for the current products. So we want to be a sort of new kid on the block and also a new way of thinking, actually, not follow what everybody does.
So your Xolair biosimilar, where is it in the sort of the development process?
We'll start phase 1 January next year, 2018.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you're funding that yourselves?
Yes, funding that ourselves from the investors that we have and from non-dilutive funding that we also have.
Right. Okay. And you sort of say that you're looking for partners. So what would a partner have to be offering you?
We're looking for partners mainly for the Xolair development, or omalizumab, I should say. From phase 3 on, we will need a partner for co-development and for marketing and sales. We will not set up a marketing and sales force ourselves, and of course we will share the revenues then. So that's what we're basically looking for a global coverage of our omalizumab biosimilar.
Okay.
Yeah.
And have you already chosen which other biosimilars that you would like to develop?
We have a short list, and we'll make the decision this summer.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. But it will be in the same range. It will not be the top selling companies because it's, as I mentioned, it's too full there. It's too much competition. Yeah.
Okay, great. And so entering phase 1 with the, I'm going to keep calling it the Xolair biosimilar.
That's okay.
Because I'm not as adept at pronouncing.
Yeah, sure. It takes some practicing.
So phase 1, you're thinking that's going to start next year. How quickly will you be able to develop a product that actually will be up for approval?
Well, we plan to have our Xolair biosimilar on the market on 2020.
Right.
So starting from cell line, it will take about 4 years.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
Okay. So, well, Nettie, thanks for coming by, and we look forward to seeing how the company progresses.
Yeah, me too. Okay. Thank
Cheers.
you. Thank you.
Bye.